Detective Sarah Hayes stared at the case files, a tangible representation of the city's fear. 3 victims, each murder bearing the same chilling signature. The pressure was immense, a lead weight in her gut. Sarah, known for her tenacity, refused to let this case break her. She spent countless nights poring over witness statements, autopsy reports and crime scene photos, searching for any missed detail. The victims, young and vibrant, haunted her dreams. She saw their faces in every crowd, felt the urgency of her mission with every passing hour. Failure was not an option. Sarah's dedication to her work was absolute. It was her shield and her burden. Her personal life was a casualty, her apartment a testament to her single-minded focus. The weight of the unsolved cases pressed down, threatening to consume her. But Sarah found strength in her unwavering resolve, fueled by the burning need for justice for the victims and their grieving families. Weeks bled into months, frustration mounting with each dead end. Then a glimmer of hope emerged from a witness statement, barely a whisper in the cacophony of the investigation. A name mentioned in passing linked to each victim, the Viper Room. It was a nightclub, a den of pulsating music and fleeting encounters. Sarah felt a surge of adrenaline. Could this be the common thread she'd been desperately seeking? The victims, all regulars at the club, their paths crossing in the crowded space. Sarah felt a surge of adrenaline. The club's atmosphere was intoxicating, a potent mix of excitement and anonymity. Sarah, undercover and blending into the throng, scanned the crowd, her senses on high alert. She observed the patrons, their laughter and conversations a backdrop to her own silent investigation. The air throbbed with a nervous energy that mirrored her own. Sarah's gut told her she was close, that the killer was somehow connected to this place, lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting. Days turned into weeks as Sarah, adopting a false identity, became a fixture at the club. She befriended bartenders, waitresses and regulars, her eyes and ears constantly open. She learned about the club's inner workings, its secrets whispered in hushed tones. Then a break. A bartender, her voice laced with fear, mentioned a mysterious patron, James, a recluse, rumoured to be obsessed with the club and its patrons. He was always watching, she said, his eyes following the dancers, a chilling intensity in their depths. Sarah felt a chill. This man, this James, fit the profile. An unsettling feeling settled over her, a sense of urgency mixed with dread. She had to find this James, had to see if her instincts were right. The weight of the investigation pressed down, heavier than ever. Sarah knew she was treading a dangerous path, venturing deeper into the killer's world. But fear was a luxury she couldn't afford. Following a tip from the bartender, Sarah, accompanied by her trusted partner James, arrived at a dilapidated apartment building. The air hung heavy with the stench of decay and despair. They climbed the creaking stairs, their footsteps echoing in the silence. As they approached the apartment, they heard the faint sound of music. A familiar tune that sent shivers down Sarah's spine. It was the song played at the club on the nights the victims were last seen. Sarah kicked open the door. The apartment was a shrine to the club. Posters and photos plastered on the walls, newspaper clippings about the murders scattered on the floor. And then she saw him. James, his back turned, arranging photographs of the victims on a table, a scalpel glinting in his hand. The music stopped abruptly. He turned, a look of chilling recognition in his eyes. He lunged, a desperate, cornered animal. A struggle ensued, the room a blur of motion. A shot rang out. News of the arrest spread like wildfire. The city breathed a collective sigh of relief. Justice, for now, had been served. Sarah, hailed as a hero, felt a weight lift from her shoulders, replaced by an emptiness that was both unfamiliar and unsettling. Though the case was closed, the scars remained, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurked beneath the city's vibrant facade. The experience had changed her. The city lights, once a symbol of hope and excitement, now held a different kind of truth. She was haunted by the victims' faces, their stories forever etched in her memory. Sarah knew that her work was far from over. The darkness she had confronted was never truly gone, merely lying dormant, waiting for its moment to resurface. And she would be there, vigilant and waiting, ready to protect the city from the shadows that threatened to consume it.